See if that gets them in there better. Okay, that one's fairly true. Oh! Hey, if you like models, you're in the right place. I'm Kid Crazy. Today we're building ROKR's Navitas Rover. If you're not familiar with ROKR's models, they do primarily wooden stuff like this. This is actually part of their space hunting mission line. They even have a whole backstory about it in the year 2127. It's 252 pieces, and according to them, it's a level 3 difficulty out of 5. Supposedly there's some moving doors here. The part I'm really interested in seeing is the solar panel, which sounds like it's supposed to move the wheels, so that should be very cool. Overall, I tend to like models that come with a sort of feature, a movement feature, either motorized or mechanical. It also mentions a robotic arm. Very simple packaging. As you can see, they have 3 other models from the series, so let's take a look. Maybe not the smoothest way to dump it out. We've got the solar panel and motor assembly, gears, rods. I'm seeing a lot of familiar parts to other ROKR models. Look at how tiny this panel is. Actually, it seems to have like a double sticking tape. Looks like we've got 4 or 5 panels. Piece of sandpaper, looks like. It's got a lot of detail. Just a really dense looking model. Let's get to it. Everything always very clearly marked. Really like this spiral design. I'm assuming this is going to be the outer wheel. Shall we get started? There's some sort of ruler piece here, which actually seems more like it might be a tool. Look at that. First piece I see is the first piece we need. So the slit here allows for the rod to push through very tight. This ingenious ruler actually measures where to stop based on when you bottom out. If you're doing it right, they end up like that right in the grooves. Foolproof, or idiot-proof rather. If you can see it right here, this is actually another ROKR model that I've recently built. We're going to push this straight through. Plastic gear, which sits on top of that. There we go. Assuming I've done this right, this should be, yep, 3 centimeters exactly. It looks like they're going to have me build another one. Man, they're really snug. See if that gets them in there better. Okay, that one's fairly true. Oh! So much for that. That's alright. There we go. Just a little bit of gap between the ring and the gear here. This surface is already a splinter hazard. I've never actually received a splinter, but now that I've jinxed myself, look forward to that later in the video. There we go. It's a little crooked, but I want to show people like you how fun these models can be, and really anyone can do them. And then hopefully maybe even entertain you enough that you go out and buy it yourself, maybe give it a shot. At the very least, my video will be a lovely cautionary tale what not to do when you build it yourself. This particular piece, it's so abstract, has so many different slots all over it, you have to really look closely at the instructions. This piece right here makes me very nervous. I don't even trust myself to punch that out. We're gonna go right to a knife here. This piece is already so delicate. Ah! So that is definitely a bit of cracking, but doesn't seem to be a deal breaker. This piece is also a little too snug, and it's almost impossible to test fit it ahead of time. Once it's in, it's in. It's got a slight notch that's creating a little resistance. There it is. Oh, look at this. Got this little control panel slides through and creates little knobs. Nice and easy. Fingers crossed we are not breaking any more pieces, knock on wood. I'd be curious to hear what you've built and whether or not you enjoyed it. Maybe someone can warn me not to build a certain one. Looks like it's going to be the ladder for the cockpit. You look at a panel over and over and over again, and I just don't see it. Oh. Surprise. The pieces we punched out earlier and completely forgot about. Mystery solved. What kinds of models do you like to see? Whether it be materials or the subject matter, do you like vehicles, cars, trucks, planes? I definitely want to do some strange kits for things you would never think to build. Tell you what, if anybody watching has a trick to pop pieces in really smoothly and minimize the risk of breakage, by all means, please share it. I'm putting my nail marks in the wood. Not ideal, but this is the bottom of the seat cover, so let's call it fabric creases. I really do appreciate that they include this sandpaper. It's really just enough to finish the model. It's just that extra little touch that I think sort of promotes the model building, especially for those who don't already have all these tools just lying around. It's another one of those awkward spots where you're pushing and then hoping you don't push too far. There we have it. One door down. I don't know if you can see that kind of detail, but here the tab actually kind of crunched up a little bit, where the top layer of the wood starts to peel back. Seems to have created a weird gap now. Taking this apart to fix the problem may end up creating more trouble than it's worth. So I'm going to try my best to sort of fix it here, which is going to shave off the bad part. Good enough. Here we go. I really have to appreciate the time it goes into making one of these models, not just from the design point, but deciding where each of the pieces will be laid out on one of these sheets. I can't even imagine how they do that. You know what I could have done on the hinges too, something I like to do on these wooden models especially, put a little wax on there. If you know the piece is going to be moving a lot, wax kind of creates a little lubricant. this is an ambitious assembly right here. I'm encountering some resistance, and I'm not sure why. Once again, not a whole lot of leverage to push on. Every piece feels like it's resting on another piece. Sort of feeling like I need to retreat here. Alright, do-over. There we go. In fact, it kind of just fell into place. Sand, sand, sand. Sure, all this prep slows you down, but really something I had to learn long ago when I was younger was to enjoy the experience of building it. It's kind of the whole point of building a model, isn't it? So these all just slot right down through here. Oh, go the other way. Key here is to see that logo in the back. It's a nice touch, right? I mean, look at how amazing these little hinges that create these little bit of angles. This is how they get those complex curves. I think that is it. It's got a bit of a gap problem. Yeah, something's not sitting right. If we're lucky, whatever goes ahead here will lock it into place because it's not holding. Looks like they're calling for the piece in front of it. We'll see if that's going to fix anything. Looks fantastic though. Up, and there it goes again. Just this. Ah, see? Right there. Under some circumstances, I probably wouldn't bother to repair it, but it is the front. It's going to get a lot of attention. There we have perhaps a space toilet. Now we've got full contact across all the gears. And snap. Alright, we're over halfway through this. When in doubt, sand it out. If I don't get it on just right the first time, there's a good chance I won't be able to get this back off to do it again. Oh, see, right there. These pieces are way too tight. Another snug spot here. This piece actually went on a lot nicer than the other one. Here's two other really pretty pieces. Little double-sided tape. And it looks like we are on to wheels. It looks like we're just gonna have a little punch party here. Now we do some filing. Alright, now I'm bored. Too many of the same piece, over and over again. Alright, we are ready to assemble some wheels. I do love the overlapping tread though, it's a great touch. There we have it, 6 complete wheels. The caps are where you're going to need the tool, so these caps are tight. Gears seem to be running good. Looks like we're building this sort of computer box. It's calling for 2 identical pieces called C4. They look exactly the same, but they're going on opposite sides. According to the illustration, when it's done, it looks like it's all very flush. But when I put the pieces together, one side fits perfect, one side just sticks out. You know what? I think I figured it out. As you can see, they're all marked C4. They're just not actually identical. So it's just a matter of testing to see which side works with what. There we go. Like little vents. So it looks like we're moving onto the trailer. If you've come this far with me, I hope you like what you're seeing. You'd consider liking this video, and please by all means subscribe. More videos are coming. Feels like they're missing an instruction here. They always want these little orange caps on the ends of every wheel, but as you can see here, they don't actually give you one on the opposite side here. There should be one coming up from underneath. And it looks like they appear on both sides in the future diagrams. Seems like a mistake to me. Yeah, you can see that, right? It looks like the whole thing is cambered out. Less so here. Yeah, this can't be right. They don't even show you the second ring underneath, but now that I'm trying to put it together, it's obvious it's not going to come together right. Come on, guys, get your together. B28, B28. Probably this loose piece here. There we go. So it looks like the trailer is actually a permanent fixture. Once I build everything on top of it, I think they're going to be stuck together. There we go, looks like we have a crane arm going. As you can see, the arm will go up and down and extend in and out. It's not going to hold a ton of weight, but it's pretty darn cool. Is it just me or do I have the hook wrong way, huh? Let's try that again, shall we? Hard to tell which way the chain's gonna settle. There we go. And there it is. The working crane, opening doors. What do you think? This model will run you about $27 and is pretty easy to find at several online retailers. The solar panel and motor are a bonus detail that really makes the most of its price tag. I definitely feel like I got my money's worth. The plywood material isn't fancy by any means, but it is fairly easy to work with, and detailed printing on the majority of the important pieces gives it a much more quality look. Certainly not a beginner's model, but not overly difficult either. It's a very good middle-of-the-road project for older kids and any adult who isn't trying to frustrate themselves too much. If you can concentrate on the instructions and offer a bit of patience with cutting and sanding pieces, you can certainly build this. Seeing this model travel on its own power is a fun reward at the end of the build, and the solar panel makes a fun display piece to surprise friends who have probably never seen anything like it. If you're not typically a wooden model builder, or you needed a reason to try one, I think this is a good kit to get you excited about them. Thanks for watching. Check the link in the description to see where I purchased this model and get one for yourself. If you enjoyed watching this build as much as I enjoyed doing it, please consider liking this video. And don't forget to subscribe for the next video coming soon.